Isn't it amazing how time goes by? The sage said in Ecclesiastes that there is a season and a time for everything. I agree with him. Where we are once again in that season of the year when we do not merely report but count our blessings. A season when we take a critical look at our weaknesses and challenges and re-strategize for next season. The West Central Africa Division Education Department invites you to count our blessings with us, understand our challenges, and intentionally think of partnering with us to move education forward in WAD. Because in the highest sense, the work of education and the work of redemption are one. So come with me on this trip of God's goodness and mercy on education in WAD. But first, meet the great education directors that have helped us to kill the elephant and bring it home. And while you watch this video, think of the various ways you as an individual or corporate body can assist to make educational institutions in WAD greater. It could be through scholarships, building schools and donating to the church. Visit our website to know more about us and projects as well as our needs. By God's special grace, several schools have been built and many more are under construction in all the 10 unions. In Mali, some lay people contributed and built more than 6 classroom blocks in Douala. In Western Sahel Union Mission and conferences are joining to contribute a solidarity fund that they are using to develop institutions in their territories. This year, 13 million CFA has been generated towards completing schools in Guinea-Bissau and teachers' quarters. Next year's contribution will be for the building of a new school in Cape Verde. In the Northern Nigeria Union Conference, a new college named Adventist College of Nursing Sciences in Jengri has been created, now awaiting the visit of Government Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. Please, kindly support this noble project with your prayer and finances. WAD is collaborating with divisions like SAD and EUD towards establishing schools and training teachers for our Spanish and Portuguese-speaking territories. We are calling on the stronger unions and institutions to come and assist the weaker ones, especially in the 10-14 window. To the glory of God, this year, 4 schools in Enoch and 4 schools in Eastern Sahel Union Mission have been accredited by the AAA. In 2022, the number of schools in WAD was 1,094 schools. In 2023, the number of schools has increased to 1,111, 10 in Central Africa Union Mission, 6 in Northern Nigeria Union Conference, and 1 in Southern Ghana Union Conference. In keeping with the Adventist culture of quality assurance, renovated schools in Western Nigeria Union Conference. In the same vein, Cameroon Union's Education and Evangelism Department and one of the secondary schools in Yaoundé donated an electric solar panel equipment to the school community of Doba in far north Cameroon. This year, 6 secondary schools and 2 primary schools were accredited in Enoch and Esum. During the Faith and Science Conference in July 2023, some of the principals of Adventist secondary schools in Enoch and Esum received their accreditation certificates. To increase the number of missiologists in our fields, the division has decided to provide 40% of school fees at AUA for 4 individuals from each union. Over a period of 7 years, WAD and AUA agreed to co-sponsor 50 missiologists that will work in the 10-14 window in WAD. The division also collaborated with ECD and SID to plan with the GC Biblical Research Institute a continent-wide 5-day retreat at AUA campus in Kenya for all the theology and religion lecturers in the Adventist universities and colleges in Africa. With regard to fostering Adventist ethos on our campuses, the chaplains in our schools make provision for the study of at least one fundamental belief of the church every trimester. In July, 1,601 teachers, institutional heads, pastors, and church leaders gathered for a 10 days at Babcock University for a faith and science conference, which aims at solidifying our belief in God's creation. The department also conducted a week of spiritual emphasis in secondary schools, resulting in 160 baptisms in the Eastern Nigeria Union Conference. Similar programs were organized in other schools, such as Agona SDA Senior High, 100 baptisms, Ntonso Girls, 29 baptisms, Bantama SDA Senior High, 65 baptisms, Kofiase SDA Senior High, 100 baptisms, Bekwaya SDA Senior High, 223 baptisms, Hyde Memorial Secondary School, 4 baptisms, and many others, resulting in a total of 1,416 baptisms in our schools, excluding the universities. There was also a division-wide education week in February this year, captioned, "Your children shall be taught by the Lord," in all our churches in Ward, which proposed to lay more emphasis on the importance of Adventist education. But unfortunately, not every church participated in the program. Many students also got baptized. Also in May, the Education Department successfully conducted a 3-day workshop and advisory on integration of faith and leadership towards navigating through the challenges of the postmodern educational worldviews and curriculums. This was done via Zoom. It was facilitated by our GC education directors and ward officers and directors. It was well attended despite internet challenges. Additionally, the department facilitated 3 successive programs in Liberia in August and September, namely the AUWA Colloquium, August 2023, on the theme Professionalism and Christian Service, the annual orientation for the AUWA Board of Trustees, and advisory for the church leaders and institutional heads in Liberia on governance and management of schools. A similar one-day advisory was facilitated for the Northern Nigeria Union Conference on September 4, 2023. The department has also been actively involved in the 1000 Adventist Youth Missionary Volunteer Project. This is in keeping with the KPI 8.3 to secure opportunities for students' missionary endeavors. It is gratifying to note that the division leadership joined the department in a national education forum that brought together church administrators, institutional heads, and Adventist experts in Ghana to discuss the current state of Adventist education in Ghana and to chart the future. This year, we were able to contribute 8 articles to the Adventist education blogs, and 3 of them have already been published and are available on our website. We appeal to all our educators to respond to this call to write whenever it comes. Many other programs were organized by union or conference education units, as well as by schools themselves. Examples are the annual Education Congress and Students' Retreats in the Sierra Leone Conference, the Centenary Education Conference in Eastern Nigeria Union Conference, reaching out by our schools to Muslim mothers in Niamey, auditing of 4 schools in the Western Nigeria Union Conference. Our work has not been without challenges. These include lack of means to establish schools in the 1014 window territories, lack of means to train more Adventist educators for our schools, lack of funds to sponsor the needy Adventist children in our schools, need for funds to send accreditation teams to all our primary and secondary schools. In this regard, we wish to appeal to all and sundry to think of the various ways you as an individual or corporate body can assist to make educational institutions in Ward greater. It could be through scholarships, building schools, and donating to the church. Finally, We're grateful to God, WAT leaders and colleagues, Board of Education members, Union Education directors, institutional heads, departmental committee members. Together, we will continue to kill the elephant. See you in the next accounting season. God bless you and WAT.